Rhino Hero Super Battle. This is a dexterity and balance game, which is the expanded version of a previous game that was simply called Rhino Hero and was based on similar concepts. This is not a standalone expansion, it really is a different game with some of the same ideas, but a lot more components. If nothing else, I remember the original Rhino Hero, the box was pretty much this big, and it was one of my daughter Louisa's favorite games, and she also likes this one quite a bit. Rhino Hero Super Battle, you will build a tall building and then your hero will climb on it and try to go as high as possible. These are superheroes that don't necessarily like each other all that much because actually they spend most of the time fighting each other and trying to reach the best spot on the building rather than fighting crime. But that's that's how it works. To build the building, first you will use these 3 tiles. You place them on the board to indicate the starting area. Then you have floor tiles, and they look like this. You shuffle them, you give a hand of 3 to each player. Then there will be 3 face-up available for players to choose from. After you place a floor tile, you'll get to get a new one, and you can choose it from the ones that are face up or draw it randomly from the deck. Basically, when it is your turn, you do several things, and the basic idea is first you build, then you try to climb the skyscraper, and then you may have to resolve a battle with another fellow superhero. To build, you choose one of the floor tiles that you have in your hand and you play it. The floor tile will tell you which type and how many walls you will use. There are short walls and long walls, and they really look neat. They have a lot of fun, imaginative art depicting the things that are going on in the building that you see by the window. People are doing things. And it's just very cute. My daughters love to look at the little images and look for Easter eggs and that sort of things. So there are long or tall and short ones. For example, if you place this floor tile here, you will need to place it on a long and a short. You also use a spider monkey, but we'll talk about those in a minute. This one you only have a single long or tall. This one tall one with spider monkey. This one would be 2 short ones. Let's say that actually this is in our hand, and so we're gonna play this one. So we take 2 short walls and we place them anywhere here on the board as long as at least one of them touches one of the dots. They're just used for initial setup, which is say for setup of the first floor. Later, you can just build on higher floors wherever you can. Incidentally, at the beginning, we misread the rules and we played that you cannot touch the dots. Guess what? It worked just the same. It was still pretty fun, but now we played it right. So, for example, I'll do that. Then I take the tile that I want to build and I place it there. So yeah, if you had these tiles that have a short and a long, pretty much the only way that makes sense to build them would be like this. With the short floor, with the short wall being on top of a higher level. If the tile that you just placed has a spider monkey symbol, then you take one of these spider monkeys here and you attach it, you hang it from the tile, from the wall tile that you just placed. After that, it is time for your hero to climb the building. You roll this die, and this is like level 0, then you have level 1, level 2, each level counts as a floor. So you roll the die and you go up by how many floors is indicated here. It may be 1, 2, 0, it may be 3, or you may have to go down by 1. If you're on the ground floor, don't dig a hole, just you don't climb. Oh, look at that, we rolled a 1, so we go here. Then next round, and then at the end I refill my hand. Next round, my opponent, for example, plays this one here, this tile here, so this is a single tall wall, and they decide to place it here, and they go like this, and they roll the die. 1. Ooh, interesting. Now, if two heroes are on the same level, what happens, there's going to be a battle. One of them rolls a die, and the winner is the player with the highest result, stays there, and the opponent has to go down by 1. Also, the player that is at the highest position gets the medal, so that Rhino hero would have gotten this medal when he got there. And then, since the hero after the battle is still the highest one, the hero keeps the medal. Otherwise, if there was a tie for a second there, they roll, and the new hero wins, then the hero. Again, the hero that loses goes down, and if the hero had a medal, it gives the medal to the new winner. And suppose next turn we have this one here, and now we want to build it, say, here, and here, and we place it here, and we add a spider monkey there, like so. And so, if you continue like this, the building can be pretty tall because it's much larger. The original Rhino hero was a single tower. Here, because the building is much larger, it is also more stable, and so it takes a while. It may take a while before it falls down, but the building that you construct may look pretty cool precisely because it can go so high. This is the general idea of how the game works. The winner, if you make the building fall when you have the medal, then you lose the game and everybody else has the medal. If a player that does not have the medal makes the building fall, then only the player with the medal wins. Yes, it's a strange victory condition that a player wins or everybody but that player win. But it works. It really kind of works. Now, for the conclusions, my daughter Luisa, who is a big fan of this game, has agreed to join us and to help me share some ideas and opinions about the game. Okay, thank you for joining us for the conclusions of this video where Luisa and I are going to tell you about what we think about Rhino Hero Super Battle. Luisa, why don't you start? Do you like this game and do you like it better than the original Rhino Hero?
I like it a little better than the original one. Because in the original one, you can only make one tall building.
Yeah.
But in this one, there's 3 squares that are the same size. So you can make a big building that can stand up taller.
Yeah, exactly. Since it's larger, you can go higher.
Yeah.
And it's fun that you can have very different shapes and architectures.
And first I tried without the battle, but then it was funner with the battle because you might have gotten the medal with the person.
Yeah, so initially, since Luisa doesn't always like competing games, we played it that there was no battle. Simply, when an animal got on the same floor as another one, nothing happens, there was no battle, the two were allowed to stay there, but pretty much that meant that to get the medal, you need to go on top.
Yeah.
And that meant that the first player that got the medal almost always kept it because it was very hard for other people to get past that. Especially if the person with the medal was already on the top floor, then you could only tie. Then the person builds another floor and goes up there, and it's very hard to catch up. But with the battle, after Luisa,
you might get the medal.
You might get the medal. With the battle, there are more chances of stealing the medal from the person that has it.
Yeah.
And although the first time that you lost a battle, you weren't very happy about it, and that's understandable.
But the first time I lost the battle, I didn't say like anything.
No, exactly. You were very, very mature, very strong. You didn't like start crying or yelling or hitting people, so that was great.
But during that game, I like won.
Exactly. So the first time, so like, okay, I can deal with losing a battle. Then you started winning battles and kicking Amelia and I down to the lower levels.
Oh, if you lose a battle, you have to go down 1.
Yes, and you really enjoyed that process. You realize that it's okay to lose some battles to then have a chance of winning some battles.
Yeah.
And then
I won that.
And you ended up winning the game. So the game, if you have a child that does not like the battle element, can be played without the battle element, but then you can have a little bit of runaway leader.
But we like it better with the battle because you have more chance if you get to the same level to get the medal.
Yes, exactly. Correcto. And it's just fun to build this like crazy building. It's
Oh, and
there's a
one-
visual element that I enjoy much more than the original one, which was really cute, but it was just like very straightforward, very
Yeah,
basic
and it
balance.
fell easier.
Look at the camera because our
And
friends
it
want to see you.
fell way easier because there's only straight up.
True. Yeah, you really get these majestic buildings. It's just so fun to
with
see.
the Rhino,
that
but with the
it
old
gets
Rhino
huge.
Hero, you just got a little high, and then it would just fall down because there's no big base.
Yeah.
But in this one, there's a big base you build, and it's kind of more like a building.
Yes. And what do you think about the monkeys?
They kind of make it more challenging.
But I didn't find them all that they really add much. It seemed to me
Yeah.
like I don't think that we ever lost because of somebody that knocked down a building because of a monkey, right?
Yeah. Why
Right.
can't the superheroes like try and fight the monkeys?
That would
The
be
building.
interesting, exactly. If these are superheroes and the monkeys are villains, very good point, Luisa. Why can't the heroes fight the monkeys instead of fighting each other in this like race? So it's like a civil war among heroes, really, more than I don't know, a superhero team.
Yeah.
Yeah. But really fun. And sometimes, I don't know, after you build this huge thing, maybe it feels a little anticlimactic that, a single move, everything comes down, but it's so fun and spectacular also to see the whole building fall apart.
Once when we were trying it at the game preserve,
Yes, which is our friend, the local game store, where we first tried the game before we played it.
a little piece fell off, but we were okay with that because that doesn't actually count as the game finishing. And so if, because there's a really weird rule that if someone has the medal and they make the building fall down, the other people playing win.
Everybody else wins.
But if someone else who didn't have the medal makes it fall, the person with the medal wins.
Pretty strange, huh? But it kind of works because then you need to be careful, pretty much not to make it fall during your turn.
Yeah.
That's
If you had the medal.
if you had the medal. Well, even if you don't have the medal, you don't want it to fall during your turn. You
Yeah.
want the person with the medal to make it fall.
Yeah.
So everybody has an incentive not to make the building fall.
Yeah.
So it's fun, it's exciting, it's not too complicated. It adds a couple of rules from basic Rhino Hero, but it is still a very simple children's game.
Really?
Yeah. And how much do you like it? Do you like it sorta, kinda, a lot?
A lot.
A lot. So I also liked it a lot. Definitely liked it better than the original superhero.
Yeah, I liked
Super
it better. I liked it better with the battle.
Yeah, exactly. The full version with the battle is definitely. Why are you grabbing my arm like that? Okay. Very sweet. So it's a really good game. Really fun. I personally really enjoyed it. Liked it better than the original Rhino Hero and just had a really good time playing it.
Yeah, it was better because you can make bigger buildings.
That's it. That's the point.
But we didn't read a rule clearly.
Yeah, we messed up at the beginning, but then we figured it out.
Because we thought it was like you can't put a piece on a dot, but you had to put a piece on a dot.
That just messed up setup. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But then we figured that out. It was wrong, so now we play it like that.
Want to say bye to our friends?
Bye.
Bye, friends. Thank you for watching.